David Mold here. Well, you've already seen one of the driving forces that brought me to Iran. We're talking about ISIS and their prophecy and their refugees housed now in prisoner of war camps from northern Syria to Iraq. In addition to tackling ISIS, why did I travel to Iran at a time when US warships and bombers were just off the coast of Iran, and when war seemed almost inevitable? There are several reasons. In our trailer, Shushan, we explained one of them. We wanted to explore one specific prophecy that impacts not just ISIS and Islam, but Israel and Iran equally. The irony of this is the following. Though this prophecy was given in Iran, it is completely unknown to most Iranians. Did you get that? This prophecy didn't come from Bethlehem or China or Ethiopia or Jerusalem. It came from Iran. Specifically, it came from a prophet whose tomb is found here in Shush. Who is that prophet? The prophet Daniel, whom both the Quran and the Bible acknowledge as a prophet of God. Friend, Iran is a place of tremendous significance to anyone with a love of history. Here, the prophet Daniel received visions from God. Here, the angel Gabriel, or Jibril, interpreted them for him. Here, Esther and Mordecai lived and are buried. I think it would be of value for God's people around the world to be able to see these places, don't you? Even if they can't travel here for themselves, as I just did, it would be good to see these places, to gain an appreciation, for example, of just where Daniel was when that mighty angel Gabriel, under the authority of God, showed up with predictions of coming events that were to unfold sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands of years in the future. There are places in Iran, the relics of ancient palaces, for example, in Shush and Persepolis, and tombs like that of Cyrus the Great in Pasargad, that speak to us of an ancient past that I believe will soon be as relevant to you as your evening news. Places that contain footage we needed to capture before, God forbid, before the ravages of war reduced them to ashes. That's why I went when I did. But there was something else. Iran was in our sights because, quite simply, war is horrible. Something had to be done to try and stop the next one. Whether Muslim deaths or the deaths of US and allied troops, the prospects of war were too unbearable for me to merely turn a blind eye and continue living a life of relative ease, especially when I know God has given this world something that would make an impact here. This child could easily have been from any of the warring countries in the Middle East, Syria, Afghanistan, or even Yemen. But I simply had to go to Iran, where the next war could literally break out even before we've completed this report.